Hi, welcome to the channel where today we're going to be looking at exactly what you can sell as a beginner on Amazon. So my name is Emma and I've been uploading these videos since November of last year just to share information like this and to share my own journey with you as well. Now when you first start on Amazon it can be difficult knowing where to start, but there is so much information out there. One of the biggest bits of advice I could give you is join as many Facebook groups and communities as you can and ask for help whenever you need it. Take advantage of all the free information available to you, so watch videos like this and watch other people's videos as well. I'll pop a link to our Facebook group below. You can always jump in there and ask any questions you have. Now being part of a community is always going to help you through if you're having a bad day or you need some advice, but it's also really important to have someone to share your successes as well, someone that understands the journey you're going through right now. As a new seller, you may source some great items just to find that Amazon will not allow you to sell them. Now this is because they fall into restricted brands or categories that you are currently gated in. You'll need to be approved in each of these categories to be able to sell these items, and for this you need to go through a process that's known as ungating. When you try to list an item, you will know straight away if you're gated. So I'm just going to log into my Sales Central now and just give you an example of this. So if I go to Manage Inventory and click Add Product, I'm going to search for Funkos. This is something I know that I need to ungate right now. If we click where it says Show Limitations on the right hand side, we can see we need approval to sell this brand. We are also unable to list this in refurbished condition. So I'm going to select New in this drop down menu, then click the Apply to Sell button. From here, we just need to click Request Approval. So on this next page it says you are requesting approval to sell Funko brand items and it asks me to submit documents. So we've got the choice of either adding a purchase invoice or we can add a letter from Funko authorising us to sell their products. Now if we select purchase invoice it will tell us exactly what information that invoice needs to show. So it must be dated within 180 days, it must have the name and address on it that matches your seller account information, it should also include the name and address of the manufacturer or distributor, and it must show the combined purchase of at least 10 units. That invoice can then be scanned in and uploaded to this page. Your other option was a letter from the brand authorising you to sell their products. Again, this must be dated within 180 days. It should also include your name and address just as it's shown on your seller account, and it must include the name and address of the brand. This can also be scanned in and uploaded to this page before hitting that submit button. Now once you've done this, it can take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks to get ungated, so you will need to be patient. So rather than going through this whole ungating process right at the start and having to find different wholesalers that you can purchase from, you may actually find it easier to just start selling in the categories where you have no restrictions, just until you really get a feel for what you're doing. So I have put a link below to Amazon that just shows you all these categories and any further restrictions, but I'm going to go through the main categories with you now, one at a time, and there are 18 in total. So we have automotive, we have baby products, their approval may be required for holiday selling on these. We have BMVD, which is music books, video, DVD and Blu-ray, but again there may be some specific considerations or requirements that may apply. Then we have computing, consoles and video games and consumer electrics. Again, approval may be required for specific products. DIY and tools, garden and outdoors, kitchen and home, large appliances, lighting, musical instruments, office products and pet supplies. Shoes and accessories, but this category is only open to professional sellers, so you will have to have a professional selling plan to sell these items. Then we have software and PC games. Again, approval may be required for specific products. Sporting goods and toys and games. Do be aware though that toys and games could require approval during the Christmas period. So there is quite a lot there to get you started, but you do need to be aware that whilst Amazon say you can sell within these categories, you could be subject to brand restrictions within them. So in sporting, for example, Nike is a gated brand, so we cannot sell any Nike products unless we have that wholesale invoice or we have brand authorization. So when you're doing your sourcing, you need to make sure there are no restrictions in place before you make any purchases. So make sure you thoroughly analyse all of those deals and you know exactly what's what before you buy anything. You don't want to be buying any stock you can't sell because this will cause you cash flow problems later down the line. It is really easy to see if you're eligible to sell an item. So when I'm doing retail arbitrage, I like to use BuyBot Go, which is the mobile app for BuyBot Pro, but you can use this or you can use the Amazon Seller app. So on BuyBot Go, you just need to scan the item, enter your cost price and analyse, and then scroll down to where it says eligibility. Now this is nicely colour coded and shows us in red that no, we are not eligible, so we know we need to get ungated before we can make any purchase of this product. We can also see that the IP alert at the top is shown green. Now this is something you should always pay attention to. This alerts us of any known intellectual property complaints that could land us in trouble with Amazon. If this was orange or red, I would stay well away. I wouldn't even try to ungate it because this could risk my account. Now if we scan the same product again with the Amazon Seller app, this also shows us we are unable to sell this product as it requires approval. Now, once you've been selling a while, it's always worth clicking through here, as sometimes Amazon will auto approve depending on the age of and how well you manage your accounts. Unfortunately, there's no IP alert within the Amazon Seller app, so I would recommend you look at a software like BuyBot Pro, as this is just going to save you a lot of headaches further down the line. You want to do everything you can to minimise these IP complaints, because these could put your account at risk. Now, if your account is suspended, you won't be able to make any sales and you won't be able to withdraw any funds that are owing to you either. Just be really careful when you're sourcing those deals and doing your analysing. So I hope this video has just helped give you a few ideas of the different categories you can start with as a new seller. Now, there are other categories that you can ungate in at a later date, but to do this you will need a professional selling account. Now, if you don't know the difference between the individual account and the professional account, please do look at my last video, so it'll explain all of this in more detail for you. If you have any questions at all, please do put them below, or you can jump in our Facebook group and ask any questions at any time. There's always someone about that will be able to support you. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please do click that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.